Hey, Faith Alliance Church, Pastor John here, and I just wanted to take a few moments of your time and send you maybe a video message instead of the Friday emails that we've been sending for the past 4 or 5 months or so. I've been writing a Friday email letting you know kind of what we covered the previous week and what we're going to cover, and just as I've been talking and meeting with people, we decided that maybe putting out a Friday video would be kind of nice, as well as we've not been able to meet together. So while we're going to focus on Sunday morning in just a moment, I wanted to also give you an update first, and let you know just kind of where we're at, and let you know that we are thinking about and praying about and discussing re-entry, and that involves a couple different ideas that we're talking through. Yes, we are thinking about normal, but we also know that there's going to be some adjustments and some new normals in that. And so pray with us, the leadership in those lines, about how do we respond back, how do we get back into meeting together, because as I'm right now standing in my office alone in a big empty building by myself, you realize that this place was meant for people to gather, and this building isn't the church. We're the church, but it's still nice to have a place to gather. It's a blessing to have a place to gather, and so it'll be nice to gather together again in the next few weeks, and it may look different, but pray with us along those ways. And along that line, thank you for your adaptability and flexibility, and thank you for, in the season, showing the world what the church can look like, and giving of itself by not meeting, in loving other people. I've seen emails going back and forth and conversations back and forth of people who are looking out and caring for other people, dropping off meals, asking, what can I do? I've seen that question a number of times, and just a time for us to really love and care for one another, and show the world that the Christ exists in and through our love, that the church doesn't do anything less than thrive, even in a less than ideal environment. So that's what the church is intended to do, to be missional outposts, to communicate the goodness of God in the world as we live life together. And how great is it that we see the church thriving in these times, in the way the church was meant to thrive, and loving and caring for others in a way that leads people closer to Jesus. Speaking of that, we've been streaming these services. We moved upstairs last week, where it will be upstairs this week, and that's been exciting for us. Last week, my friend, Pastor Eric Osterday in Vernon, Connecticut, preached, an Alliance pastor out of our network of churches, and loved hearing him preach. I've spent many hours sitting over a table with him, drinking coffee, but it was great to see him in a different environment preaching. It was great for me personally, and I pray that you were both encouraged and challenged by his message. And this week I'll be preaching on Psalm 54. We'll be looking into another part of David's life. It's just an actual situation that he's dealing with, that he ends up writing a psalm about. So we'll see how he calls God his helper and the upholder of his life, and how that matters significantly to that passage and what that means for us. Looking ahead into the future, the next couple of weeks, Tim Berkwin is going to be preaching next week, and then Tom Jenkins the week after. So we'll be getting the full preaching team during this pandemic season. They'll be recording with us the next 2 weeks. And then in June, we'll be starting a series on Isaiah, and taking the summer, June, July, August, to preach through the book of Isaiah in different chunks and sections, looking at the prophecies of Jesus and what Isaiah's writings meant to his audience, but then also what does it mean to us in regards to how he communicates the Christ, the suffering and victorious servant, as he writes about him. So a lot to look forward to, a lot to be praying into, a lot to be grateful for. So may you experience Christ this weekend, and we'll see you as soon as we possibly can.